What's up? It's a Ninja Prodigy back here with another video, and I'm just going to get a point out across before I actually start into this video. The point of this video is not relevant to anything going on in our current times or situation. What's happening with recent events, unfortunate, but this is just a challenge I came up with just to see what happens if I limited what I could actually do with my skills by putting these handcuffs on, limiting what I could do with my hands, and seeing what obstacles I could actually do with this. So again, just a little challenge I created with just for the purpose of seeing what I could do on Ninja Warrior obstacles. And now that I've gotten that point taken care of, we're going to get on to the video. Also, don't try any of these things at home. These are literally just toy handcuffs I bought off Amazon. So yeah, just don't do anything you see in this video. Let's get on with the video. So we're starting off easier, then we're going to get progressively more difficult. Up first is just some simpler shrinking steps. The only real action here is the rope that I had to grab. Now we're going to be going to some balance obstacles. This really just requires your hands for stabilization, but yeah, besides that, not too hard. Some balance beam to pipe and then the spinning log here. Now we're getting into the actual upper body section, and first the kids section. Going to a ring slider and then just some monkey bars here. Obviously can't reach, so just had to jump across with little movement from my hands so they're kind of stuck together. Up next, this is where things got pretty hard, doing the pegboard with just pretty much little hand movement. I could only move one spot at a time. I forgot there was a red piece of tape there, so that made this pretty much impossible. I can't even reach my hand to that other one. It was kind of way too far apart and about to fall off with the handcuffs originally, so I decided to take the tape off, then try again. But as you get further along onto this pegboard, that's when the handcuffs start to hurt more and more, as your wrists are just starting to get a little cut apart just from doing all those peg movements one at a time. And eventually it's to the point where I just kind of had to give up, because yeah, that was just a lot of extra movements on the pegboard using that. I got a decent way across the pegboard here, but yeah, my hands were like, I'm not doing this anymore. Now we're going to be going into a samurai lache. This part wasn't too hard, but then I decided to get to the floating boards, but the problem was I couldn't reach across to grab them because my hands were just way too close together, and I really couldn't jump out, so I was just kind of hanging here for a real long time in a very uncomfortable position. And I was trying to bring the floating board closer in together because eventually I just had to jump across to it, but that just didn't really work out. So these final couple of obstacles here in the kids section didn't really work out too well. Couldn't really get across it, and I thought this would be one of the easier ones to do with handcuffs, but I didn't think this through, so I just was hanging here for a decent amount of time, hoping it would get close enough so I could jump across, but it didn't really work. Now onto the adult section, starting with the Big Dipper, onto the ring slider, which I was able to do successfully. And next is going to be the devil steps, but you decided to use the pipes first. I couldn't reach across and use both of the pipes just because of the handcuffs, so I had to use one at a time with just one peg and very little real estate allowed. And the final one had a spinning PVC pipe on it, so which made it much more challenging. So yeah, got through this one, and then I decided to do the devil steps, and I couldn't reach, so I decided just to jump each of these steps. This one actually felt pretty comfortable with using the handcuffs, so yeah, apparently handcuffs don't really stop your ability to do the devil steps that much. So then we're going to the final couple of obstacles here. The next one is the ring hopper, so I couldn't link these or discontinuous just because of the handcuffs, but I was able to get these across, and typically your hands are in a position similar to this, so this one wasn't too difficult compared to some of the other ones, so I was able to get that one. And then the final one, I decided to do the sand ladder. Yeah, my hands are much closer than I normally plan to do it, which made it harder, but I decided I have to do this iconic obstacle in handcuffs, and I was able to get to the top, which is good. So those are just a bunch of obstacles I tried using handcuffs. I mean, it was a lot harder than you would think because, again, just lack of able to move your hands in any sort of direction. The balance obstacles, you weren't able to maintain your balance as easy because you couldn't use your hands to correct or stabilize yourself
and you couldn't also use your hands on any of the upper body ones. So that limited what I could do on some obstacles. I basically just had to jump and hope I got there. Didn't work out. Other ones I was able to figure out some kind of path that would let me get there even without using my hands. For example, devil steps or the Sam ladder. I was able to find a way to do it despite my hands being really close together and not being able to move as much. But yeah, this is just some fun little challenge. If you want to see more of these challenges, for example, I'm planning to eventually try doing ninja obstacles blindfolded soon enough. If you want to see that, let me know in the comment section below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're interested in this content. See you guys next time.